You're listening to the Friends After 40 podcast, where every episode feels like a conversation on your couch with close friends. So grab your coffee or your cocktail and come hang out with us. Friends, welcome back. What's happening?
What up?
What
Hi.
up? What's today?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yes, welcome back to the Friends After 40 podcast. This is the only podcast with this concept, right? This is
so.
the only podcast out there that talks to folks like me and you, like you two,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, it's
Well, I
the
have
only
to talk
podcast.
to her all the time. So
Yes,
you don't
do
have
to talk
to,
her
you
all the
get
time.
to.
Oh, yes. Get it right.
We get the fortunate opportunity to talk to our spouses all the
That's
time.
right.
But this is the podcast. It's not just about spouses. It's about relationships. It's about exes. It's about girlfriends and boyfriends and
Friendships.
friendships and
All the ships.
all the-
Enemies.
Enemies.
Frenemies.
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 I have no
Enemies.
enemies.
Hmm.
Well, we could talk about this for another
That's a
episode.
different podcast.
That's a totally different podcast.
I got enemies. Got a lot of enemies.
So, So welcome back to another episode. Glad you could be here with us. If you're watching, thanks for watching on YouTube. If you're listening, thanks for checking us out on whatever platform you're listening to. Be sure to follow us for all future episodes and get it while it's still here, because we're middle-aged and we don't know how much longer we're going to be around.
All right. How many summers do we have left?
Oh, Jesus. At
Yikes.
least 40 more.
Good summers.
Good summers.
40 good summers.
40
Your
good
father
summers.
That's a lot of summers.
is moving and kicking, but less summers than I've experienced already.
Oh, jeez.
Fewer
Yes.
summers ahead of me than I did
Let's go
behind
that
me.
way.
But yeah,
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-mm.
what's going on? How's everybody's? It's Sunday, so how's the weekend been for everyone here?
it's good. We went to a party last night, a holiday party, and
Always a good time.
I'm dragging
Mhm.
ass today. So
Yep.
Yep. Yep. We are probably a couple hours past our usual recording time.
At least.
we are slow out of the gate this morning, but
Mhm.
we're back and we're moving. We're moving at some kind of speed. It's not
Yep.
top speed. It's not lightning speed. That's for sure.
we're in the
We're
in the middle lane.
Slow mode.
Oh, man.
we're not in the slow lane.
Somebody's
Not in the
behind
right
you,
lane,
like
but
you
we're
need to
in the
move
lane.
over pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're all feeling that way today. So, anywho, speaking of, party last night, bunch of people that we didn't know,
New people.
right? Bunch of new people that we
Yeah,
did
That
not
was different.
know, or not that
Yeah.
we needed to anticipate, but there was some.
Different crowd.
Usually, I mean, but that's the situation we're in most of the time.
Yes.
Most of the people we don't know. So that's interesting for you guys, though.
Yeah, it was different crowd.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
A lot of new faces.
lots of new faces, and as we were preparing for this episode, we were talking about some other funny stories that you guys shared over drinks the other night. That reminded me a little bit of last night. I think you call it stranger danger.
Yep.
Stranger danger, right? What you used to tell your kids? Yell stranger danger.
Yeah.
When strangers are talking to you.
Mhm.
So you were telling us a funny story
Oh
the
my
other
gosh.
night about, I don't know, you were out buying something and you got
Yeah.
accosted by somebody and it just
Jeez.
we were at one of those stores where you get your furniture and tchotchke stuff and
like a Home Goods or something?
yeah,
Like,
like
Yeah.
Home
okay.
Goods.
Mhm.
And we were online actually we were online going through all the tchotchke stuff
Mm-hmm.
and gentleman says I'm thirsty, excuse me sir, can I get into the refrigerator? And I was like, oh, he's a talkative person, because it was a bunch of conversation before he even got into
The refrigerator.
He's, what's in here? What do we have? This says it, you lose weight. If you drink this, you lose weight. And I was like, oh, be careful how it tastes or something like that. But to fast forward through the conversation, because he said a lot from there to go back in line, maybe 4 people behind us.
Uh-huh.
And what was it? We talked about the taste, and he was like, "Oh, I can't smell anyway."
Yeah. But he's like at this point yelling.
So now he's yelling because he went
to talk to us
he's yelling.
because of all the people in between us.
He
Oh,
said, "I
geez.
can't smell anyway." The 80s was wild.
Like, all right. Oversharing. Like,
Yes.
stranger oversharing number
Yes.
one.
Stranger oversharing.
I
were
was here
wild.
for it though. I was like, he is
Like,
entertaining.
whoa.
You could tell he was a character.
Mm.
Yes.
Ramon was like, the store is crowded. It's the holiday rush.
Mm-hmm.
The line is long. When was the last time we were on a long line? He's like, I want to get out of here. And this guy keeps talking to me. That's the vibe he was giving. It's like, I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
All right, so he's 3 or 4 people down from you.
Mhm.
You've already talked about his 80s situation, which probably gave you
Some insight.
cringy, druggy
lots.
vibes
Lots.
into his
Yeah,
prior
I mean,
life.
so he's a loud talker. So he was a loud talker.
Mhm.
So he announced to everyone in the store that he did cocaine in the 80s and lots of it. So much that he can no longer smell.
Oh my god.
Then he looks at his wife and he's like, she knows.
Poor thing. How was her face? She must have been like,
She was busy
"Shut
shopping.
up."
I'm literally she was doing the thing where it's like, all right, you man the cart on this long ass line,
and I'm gonna keep going.
and I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep shopping.
Mhm.
That's what she was
Yeah.
doing. Like her
Hold the
attention,
space.
she was not here. She was in whatever aisle number 5 had. That's where
Mhm.
she was.
Yeah.
So this is not new to her, clearly,
Right.
right? He
Yes.
does this regularly.
Yeah.
He's having conversations with
Mhm.
strangers
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
on the regular.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keeping himself entertained on the long line, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's probably not doing coke anymore, so he has to do something.
So what was his
I
next?
mean, we don't know this.
What was his next thing that he launched into? Because it can't just stop there, right? That's probably not just that one thing.
Well, how busy the store was, and then all the stores that he had been to for that day,
Yep. All the money he
Um,
spent.
all the money that
Uh-huh.
he blames his wife for spending,
Uh-huh.
and talking through what each store has. He's like, oh, one has lots of Christian stuff, and the other one has all the other Christmas things,
Mhm.
and to make sure you go to Home Depot. So he was kind of directing us on what stores we need to hit next.
Mhm.
And none of it was solicited.
So, but did you respond? Did you
The problem was you
inadvertently
engaged.
did you inadvertently keep
I
engaging him?
engaged. I
Mhm.
engaged.
He did. They had like some funny exchanges, you
Mhm.
know, and then now the guy was hooked.
Oh yeah,
I
He's like, my buddy on the line.
that's it.
dropped like 1 or 2 funny one-liners, and then he saw that as his in. He
Oh.
was
Yeah.
like,
He's like, I'm in. Yeah.
He was like,
like,
"This
I'm
is my
in."
new buddy."
Yeah.
He's like, I'm in. I did lots of cocaine. And,
Wanna know what else I
He's
did?
like, I can't smell. I was like,
Ugh.
I said, well, if you can't smell, then you probably don't have to worry about how it tastes.
So where did that go?
I know, right? That kid
Then
went left.
that was, he opens the can, he tastes it. He's like, oh, it actually tastes pretty good. Now we got to hear about how the
Like, you
drink
lose weight.
was.
No, it's like
Now
you
he's
lose
reading
weight.
the can.
Look,
you
you
lose
drink
weight.
This, you
Yeah.
lose weight. It says it right here. You lose weight.
Oh my
My
goodness.
gosh.
So
Just
was it
kept
water?
It was like an energy drink, I
I
think,
don't
right?
know.
Oh,
I was like, buy 5 more. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Gosh. Do you ever find yourself like, I'm here now, so let's just keep this going?
Yeah, like
And you
F
just
it.
engage, like continue
Yeah,
to engage
yeah.
to try to purposefully match the energy
I
of the
couldn't.
stranger?
I couldn't match his energy. Because he had wings. He probably came in with a Red Bull. But I I just commented quick, witty stuff, and we just went back and forth. But
Mhm.
then at some point, you're like, oh God, I wish this
Shut up.
conversation was over. And
And
he
you're
kept
stuck
talking.
now online.
We're
You
stuck
can't even
now
move.
online, and you know how you try and like try
And-
and end the conversation by moving your attention to something else. So you're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, look at these things.
Uh-huh.
Oh, look at that.
Mhm.
Isn't that? But it didn't stop him from talking to us. So
Nope.
I mean, it was harmless, and some of it was funny,
Mhm.
Okay.
but
All right.
I was
it-
entertained.
Yeah.
We had a similar experience. We went into the city a couple of weekends ago,
Mm-hmm.
and we're in the parking garage waiting for our car. So this lady comes in with her son, and they have like, I don't know, like suitcases, and
Oh,
you
yes.
remember? And she is on a rant about the government and how much money they've taken from her, and our son is engaging with her, right? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, don't engage. I'm like, stop talking to her, right? I was like, clearly there's something wrong.
This is what's funny about that in a sidebar kind of way with our son. It's like, not a city boy.
Oh
by
God,
any
he got
means, right?
lost.
So
Oh my
he's
God,
in this
that
conversation
story.
because he's trying not to be mean,
Rude, yeah.
right? He's trying not to
Mhm.
be rude, and he's just like kind of like
Mhm.
nodding and like as if he's like listening in to the conversation. But he's really not. But he's just
Right.
trying not to be rude. So here you have mom is like, we're all like this, just looking away.
No, I walked
rolling
away.
our
I
eyes.
walked out of the parking garage.
She completely walked out.
I
So
walked
you
out-
left your son.
I sure did. You know why? Because he should have listened to me. Listen, we grew up in the city. We know that she could have had a bomb in there. I don't know. She's walking around talking crazy stuff.
Don't
and I'm like,
engage. Yep.
Oh,
I'm
that's why
like-
you led with the luggage.
yes, exactly. And we're in a parking garage, okay?
Right.
No, I walked out. I said, I will wait for the car outside. I was like, if y'all want to follow me, go. If you don't, I'll see you later.
She left her husband
Yep.
and her child on, just so we're clear.
I left my husband,
I heard
my
that
2
she gave you
children,
options.
and her friend. Yes. Next time, y'all should just follow. But
You
yeah.
didn't even signal. You just walked away.
Oh, I said I'm going outside.
Yeah.
I did.
But that's, okay.
Yeah.
Well, she-
I mean, I don't know how much more clear I could have
I don't
been.
know if you needed more air, but, you could have said,
No, there was.
bomb!
There was-
And then, like, clear the building.
She should have said danger. Stranger
Stranger
danger.
danger. No, so apparently she must do that all the time because another person was walking outside of the parking garage and he yelled inside for her to stop. He was like, "Stop it! Stop it!" And I was like, "Oh no!" I was like, "I'm
Time
out
to
of
go.
here.
Yep.
It's time to
That's
go."
all I needed to
Yeah.
hear, right?
I was like, what, "Does nobody else see what's
That's
happening?"
some real stranger danger, right?
I was like, "No one else." I was like, "Well, what did they say? Put your mask on first." I walked out. Right.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah.
I've clearly lost my street smarts because I'm over there. I mean, I at least ignored her. Gavin's over there like,
Yeah.
He's affirming.
He's affirming
at least
everything.
it's outside like with some speed dial for 911
Yep.
for the
Yep.
bomb unit.
Yep.
The government is bad.
Mhm. And then the things like she had like her teenage child with her son, and this poor kid is just like sitting there like, what is happening?
It's like, there she goes again.
There she goes again. Yeah. But but she had like a really nice coat on, really nice luggage.
So
like
the
she
government
wasn't
isn't that bad to her.
she wasn't poor. She wasn't homeless.
No, not at all.
Yeah, but she just had a lot to say.
Yeah.
She had a lot to say.
I mean, she was explaining how she just spent $300,000 on a home in Florida to get out of New York, but then something on and on about politics and the cost of things and how her ethnic background is being treated, how her culture is being treated by the U.S. government.
She was an Asian lady, and she was just saying how they're being discriminating against her and all these things. So, and then she's a woman. It was just a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah. Complete random,
Yeah.
stranger danger randomness.
Yeah, it was.
New York City style,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you get out of those comments? I mean, I know Lisa just walked away.
Yeah, I just walk away. I mean, what are they gonna do? Follow me?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, I would have got her out of the building, right? You're welcome.
There goes my hero, leaving the building. Watch her as she goes.
But yeah, I mean, you get those. Sometimes those unwanted conversations, like if you're sitting at the bar or something, and somebody just wants to chat and talk. You're like, oh God.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's cool. I mean, I guess if they're entertaining, it's great. But when they have that stranger danger feel, you're like,
Yeah.
how do I get out of this conversation?
Listen, last night's party, I walked in, social battery was low.
Oh God. I don't even have a battery no more. It's just gone. It's just gone.
But I bonded with people over the fried chicken. I was like, okay, it's fine. I don't know these people, but we
Chicken's
are
good.
enjoying this chicken.
Mm-hmm. And if you watched one of our previous episodes, Janine loves some fried chicken.
Janine loves her fried chicken.
But this was Chinese food fried.
It was
Chicken
so
wings.
good.
It was
This
fried
was-
And you know what?
hard.
Okay, so all right, we've had the fried chicken on a Sunday where it doesn't taste the same from
Right.
Friday and Saturday.
Uh-huh.
Right? Yesterday was Saturday's fried
Uh-huh.
chicken and oil, and that
Delicious.
was amazing.
Yes.
It was
Uh,
delicious.
Yesterday was day 6 of that oil
Yeah.
for that Chinese food place, and it was amazing.
Yep.
I was
So
telling my
good.
buddy Mike about it. I was like, "You should have the wings because I think it's day 6
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the oil. I'm
On
like,
the
it's gonna
oil.
be really, really, really good."
Mhm. It's all
Yeah.
the flavor, all the flavors in that oil.
Yep.
Yep.
It was day 7. They
They
send
changed
it
the
packing.
Yeah.
Yep.
All of it, and you and another person, you guys both brought the chicken, and the chicken was gone by the end of the night.
oil. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I made sure to snatch a couple of pieces.
Mhm. Me too. I was trying to get some to take
So you
home.
was- So you bonded with strangers.
I bonded
over
with
fried
strangers
fried
over
chicken.
fried chicken. It was a couple and a woman who was part of a couple, but her husband was somewhere else. And we were all just chowing down. The one guy, his eyes, I watched him, his eyes rolled to the back of his head. That chicken was so good. He was like, He's like, what did they season this with?
It's that oil.
That's what I told him. I said, my girlfriend thinks it's the old oil. Like
Mhm.
it's just being reused.
That and
And it
MSG.
keeps
That
it keeps the
MSG.
flavor.
Yep.
And he was like, I think she's right. This chicken is so good. I'm telling you, we talked about that chicken for like a good 10 minutes.
Mhm.
And then they were my friends for the rest of the night. It was great.
Isn't it crazy how people bond over food?
Over food.
Food, yeah.
Yeah.
You need
I
to
mean-
bottle that and call it day 6.
yeah.
I want that
Day
day 6
six.
oil.
With that day
Yeah.
6 oil.
Like that's what I don't want the fresh, I don't want that.
But you can taste the difference.
Yes,
'Cause
that's
we
what's
have brought it on
crazy.
Sunday, and we're like, ew, this don't taste right.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even want this chicken anymore.
Mm.
I'm like, I don't want the fresh oil.
I mean, I guess it's fair to tell many of our friends that are listening that Foo's in town here
That's the best chicken wings.
has the best chicken wings, but not on a Sunday because the oil is clean.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Delicious.
you heard it here first.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
hmm But yeah, I mean, in like, can we just talk about unsolicited advice,
Mm-mm.
especially from a stranger? I do not. I know I don't know how many episodes back we did like a pet peeve. That should have been on my list. I didn't prepare
Yes.
properly for that episode. That's like in my top 3. I do not care for unsolicited advice.
Mhm. I agree.
Especially from strangers.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
guess, like if it's critical, obviously I don't want that,
Right.
right?
So keep,
If
it, keep it to yourself.
Keep it to yourself. If it's complimentary,
Fine. I'll take it.
yeah, right?
What if someone's helping you pick out a pair of shoes?
I might appreciate that.
Oh, you might appreciate that.
I might. I don't know.
Because vice versa, you can give the advice.
That's right.
Mhm. Yeah.
But yeah, unsolicited advice.
Yeah.
Did you get some last night?
No.
Okay. Did you
No,
get some
no.
recently?
Did I? It
I
wasn't
don't
from a
know.
stranger. There was a thing at work. Someone made a comment that I didn't like. It wasn't advice, but they just like gave their opinion on something.
Oh, okay.
And you
And
didn't
I was
ask for it.
like, I gave the side eye. I was like,
Mhm.
no one asked for that.
Well, speaking of opinions that no one asked for, Lisa, what about that stranger story you had
Oh,
in the
God.
supermarket?
Yeah,
Because you're getting ready for some Christmas bark,
yes,
right?
but this is the second year I do the Christmas bark, and certain chocolate, right? You got to have the good chocolate. That it just makes all the difference. So
Mhm.
I'm going into the store, and I'm getting the chocolate bars, whatever. And this lady comes in, and she wants to do the same thing, but she goes, "Oh my God, that's the expensive chocolate." And I was like, yeah, it tastes good, right? And she's like, oh no, we got to go to Walmart. You got to go to Walmart. I don't know why people spend all that money on that chocolate. I was like, okay. I'm like, I didn't ask you. I was
Right.
like, keep it to yourself. I just went along, and I bought a lot of chocolate. Yes, it's expensive chocolate, but it's the good chocolate. You don't
Right.
want to use I don't know, what's the Walmart brand?
I don't know, but if food is only as good as your ingredients.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and then she's like, oh, well, you got to put it in the microwave. I was like, no, you're doing this all wrong. I'm like, I didn't ask.
Put it in a microwave.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
like, we just ate some of that bark. It was delicious.
It is. Because
Mhm.
I did it the right way with the
Mhm.
right chocolate.
Yeah. No, I agree. The type of chocolate matters.
It does.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And so I go online with the chocolate now, right? Because I walked away. I do that. Yeah.
She said in her mind, stranger danger.
Yeah.
I'm walking away.
So I walked away.
Disengage.
Disengage. So I walk away and I go to check out. And now the checkout person, I hope you're not eating all that chocolate in one sitting. I was like, what is happening? Where am I? It's like, what is going on? I was like, no, I don't plan to. Right?
You answered her.
But you also said, wasn't the person saying that they have a Milky Way on standby?
Yeah. Oh
for a
yeah.
break?
So then he was like, yeah, I'm a chocoholic too. I lost 40 pounds. And now, I don't eat as much chocolate, but I have a little mini Milky Way in my back pocket for my break. And I was like, okay. I was like,
Ew.
bye.
It's melted from his booty heat.
Better than having a tater tot
I
stuffed in his
was like,
pocket.
where
waiting for later.
am I? It was like, and listen, I don't go to that supermarket often. And now I know why.
Stop
I
and rob.
can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
It was too much.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. I was like, I just want to get in and get out. I just want to buy my chocolate and go
Mhm.
home.
Mind my business.
You know? Listen.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Stranger danger.
Stranger
Mhm.
danger.
Stranger danger at its finest.
Why did he feel a need to share that he had a Milky Way in his back pocket?
I don't know.
He wanted to bond with Lisa.
over the chocolate bars. Yeah.
Next, he was going to tell
He's
you
like,
he
"You like
did a lot of
chocolate? I
cocaine
like
in the
chocolate."
80s.
Yeah, right. That's why he stashed his candy bars. I don't know. Yeah.
Not going to eat all that chocolate. I'm going to eat it tonight. You
Yeah,
do
on his
about it.
break. Yeah. I mean, there's that, right? And then, we go to the local bar, and there's always someone having a conversation from across the bar or just wants to add their 2 cents. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
I mean, there's one thing, like I get the bar thing. I think there's one thing when someone leans over and says, I couldn't help it overhearing that you talked about this last Wednesday. I got to tell you that I don't mind some of that. But when it's like the equivalent of you being single and walking around the room and everybody else is laughing in the corner and you walk up behind them and go, like when that thing happens at the bar, that's when it's like,
Yeah.
Who are you?
what is going on right now?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know why they don't just do what my wife does.
Which is
Just sit and listen from
Yeah,
afar.
just eavesdrop.
Just
Right.
ear hustle.
That's
right?
the polite thing to do.
Yeah.
But you don't insert yourself, right? You're just kind of
Most
like,
of the time, James, I do not.
Most of the
Some
time.
of the time.
So when are you the stranger?
Oh,
Ooh.
guys, I have to say before I answer that question, I've gotten a lot better.
Wait, how many tokens have you collected thus far in your rehab? Because that's what that sounds like it's going.
I've gotten better. I'm not as bad.
I totally was the person that would talk to strangers all the time. I wasn't giving like advice, but I'd be in your conversation as though we had the conversation.
Yep, you are that person.
You remember this? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you?
Just yesterday.
If you sat next to me in a plane, I would talk to you. If we were aligned somewhere, I'd probably talk to you.
No.
No, I'm not saying every line, but
Yeah.
if I'm bored enough, yeah, I would strike up a conversation. Yeah, I did it a lot. But James looks so good.
Okay, so let's just say this. In a week, how many times do you think you do it in a week?
Well, back then I don't do it anymore. I've given that life up.
Well,
Janine
he said he
doesn't
just
do
did it yesterday.
He's
I
talking
was
about the
joking.
party.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't. Now I'm like I've gone like the total other direction. I'm like I don't want to talk to people. Don't look at me. Don't even be in my space. I don't even. But God, back then I don't know. I don't know if it was a weekly thing, but it was a regular thing, And I felt like like it was okay. Like, it was okay for me to do this.
Mhm.
You know,
So what
just
we're saying is
be part of the conversation.
we have stranger danger among us. Is
Yes.
that what we're saying
Yes.
here?
I think
That's why my face was so perplexed. Because
I
we're over here
know.
talking trash
Yeah,
about
I know.
everybody else.
Yeah, we
And
have
then
it
you all
in
have
our life.
stranger danger among us right
There's
here.
one in the room.
James
I
looked
think
so, he
that-
was like, what?
Stranger danger.
where we need to be cautious when dealing with strangers. There are instances when we are that stranger and we spark up a conversation with a
Mhm.
stranger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're probably telling a story about Janine right now
Mm-hmm.
to some of their friends.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it happened at
Or-
the cigar bar, right?
Yep.
Wait,
But the cigar bar, oh yeah, right. But cigar bars are different. So when you go to a cigar lounge, you the atmosphere is that you
it's a
you have this
community.
commonality
Yes.
of smoking a cigar, and you become part of a community, like a fraternity, a sorority, or something. So it's not out of the ordinary to spark up a conversation with a stranger at the cigar lounge, cigar bar.
So you're saying it's okay?
It is, which is how you guys met one of our new friends.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And can we say he was just sitting there by himself,
Minding
just
his
laughing,
business.
and we're like, "What are you laughing at?"
Yeah. What are you watching?
What are you
What are you
watching?
doing?
We're just over here. Bored.
And now
So-
we're buds.
Yeah.
We text. Spoke to him today.
Yeah.
See,
So-
I mean that's like
Yeah.
See, all right, this is disguised stranger danger.
Yeah.
Well,
And
rightfully.
it's under false pretenses too. Because we now gave her permission
Yeah.
to ooze her stranger danger out
Yeah.
in public under the
guise.
false premises of the community feel inside the cigar lounge. She can go and accost anyone now.
Yes, she can. Will she?
No, Janine makes friends everywhere. But I think
No, I'm
rightfully
reformed now,
so.
guys. I'm way better.
That was like
If
2
we're
weeks
gonna-
ago.
If we're gonna talk about stranger danger, then we also have to admit our own
Oh, yes.
stuff.
I can
and
admit
talk
it. That's
about
why I
when
know. I'm like, I
we,
was totally that person. Yeah.
I mean, you saw all of it.
I'm way better.
Yeah.
Like now in the airports, who am I talking to? I talk to you. I'm like, don't even breathe on me. I don't want to talk to anyone. I get mad at you. Why? Because I'm in that middle seat
Mm.
and I'm stuck next to a stranger.
No. Always.
And I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to share an armrest. I don't want to do anything.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
I'm a lot better.
That's a different episode.
It is, but I'm just saying. You mean like why I'm not? Well, we won't. Why I'm not sitting in row 3?
Mm.
Oh, you're not sitting in row 3 because
We have 21 downloads.
That's why you're not sitting in row 3. So you'll be in row 23.
Very close to our download numbers. Just for the record, we have like 26 to 27, not just 23.
Big difference.
Oh man.
But no, I am better. You don't think I'm better?
Yeah.
No, I'm being serious. Do you think I'm better?
Yeah. Yeah, you're better.
Tell me what I'm supposed to say.
I know, right?
I'm just trying to get Lisa to still talk to me, let alone talk to strangers.
She just leaves the room.
Just leave the room.
I'm trying to get her to save my life, let alone talk to a
Like, where'd
stranger.
you go?
She's like, I used to have a family.
They didn't follow me.
They got accosted by a stranger. I tried to give them my cues.
And no one yelled stranger danger.
Mm-hmm. I mean
Yeah.
that was a fun night. Our son, going back to the city, he doesn't go into the city often.
Can you
Ever.
please
all.
share the
Ever.
story about how y'all lost?
Oh,
Gav,
I'm gonna.
please?
So it's Christmas time. The streets are packed,
Mhm.
and it's like tourists mostly, right? Baby carriages and people who have dogs, and just everybody and anybody's outside. So you get to the corner, The cars are like, get out of my way because I will run you over kind of thing. Oh, yeah. And then we crossed the street without looking, right? Because we almost got hit by a car, all 4 of us, 5 of us. It was crazy. So anyway, so we're in the corner and this truck didn't make the light. So now he's blocking the crosswalk. So everybody's like, well, how are we going to cross? How are we going to cross? Right? So I'm like laser focused. I find a way. It's like a maze. And I just go through and I jump over the hitch and I yell, hitch, right? To make sure somebody else doesn't get hit, right? And I'm across the street. And I'm like, where's everybody at?
She walked away again. So if you're not getting the visual just yet, she went behind the back of the car, i.e. hitch, while the rest of us were trying to get through the front over the front of the car.
Like everyone else. Yeah, right?
And there was a very narrow opening to go through the front of the car versus the back of the car.
Right.
So a couple of us went in the front. Lisa went around back.
And Gavin just stood there. He stood in the corner. And we're like 2 blocks down.
By the time we realized it.
I think we were all at a point where we were kind of looking for each other. And Lisa having gone one way, I went another way. Chelsea went another way. And I think you just lost us in the sea of the crowd.
Right. But before that, we said we are turning. We're making a left on 46th and 6th, right? Everybody knew where we were going. Everybody knew the directions. So go to 46th, right? If you're lost, guess what? That's where we're going to be at. So we're like 2 blocks down and don't call me because I don't pick up my phone, right? So now Chelsea's like, where's Gavin? He's calling me, right? So then he's like, where are you guys? We're like, where are you? He's like, in the corner. We're like, why didn't you cross the street? Like, why didn't? So we had to go back and get him. But yeah, he just stayed. He stayed in one spot. Yeah.
Well, it's better he stayed in one spot than wandered down to like 7th Avenue. Like you could make a left and go in the wrong direction and really and get lost. Pretty for those of us who don't go to the city often.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have also opened his phone.
And no, he would have figured it out. It's just it was funny for us because we're like, he hasn't been to the city in such a long time. So.
And it was overwhelming. It was just too many people. It was so crowded. But he just like, I'm like, you're the tallest one out of all of us. You can see us where we're going. I'm like, why did you just?
But you should not dart off without grabbing me by the arm and saying, let's go. Lesson learned for the city. You need to stay on my arm.
You need to.
For my safety and yours.
You need to just follow me.
You can get taken by a stranger.
Yes.
I ain't getting taken. They might get taken by a stranger.
This ain't safe.
Nope.
I'm going outside.
I'm out here.
I'm going outside.
It's like, y'all can
Where's
follow me
Lisa?
or not?
Where's Lisa?
She's
Lisa's
two
at the
blocks
restaurant.
away.
At the bar.
Lisa just got her first drink delivered to her already. We're just calling the corner like,
I was waiting for y'all.
Yeah.
Made me a martini.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun night.
Well, I'll tell you, gang, for those still hanging out with us, stranger danger is a real thing, no matter your age, right? No matter the town you live in, the state you live in, how old you are, or if you know jujitsu or not. And none of us do. So stranger danger is real. Be careful.
Just sure is.
Just walk
very
away.
real.
Walk away.
Yeah, just walk away.
Walk away.
Yeah.
Or engage.
Oh, jeez.
Engage.
Engage.
Yes.
How about
Or
disengage? Disengage.
Disengage. You're gonna wake up in somebody's bathtub missing your organs.
Oh, man.
It's like, what happened to my side?
Where's my kidneys? Stranger danger.
So do you feel like strangers on planes are safe danger? Or no danger, I guess I should say.
Kind of.
I don't know. I mean, you've been watching the news.
I know.
People have been going nuts on the plane.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But you don't like go to resorts and talk to people in the
No.
pool? Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, we're doing less of it. I do, but like there was a point where like I'm like, this is part of the vacation. No?
You know, when we went on our cruise, we didn't talk to anyone.
Yeah, no, we didn't really talk to
Yeah.
anybody.
No,
on the
Janine
cruise.
makes friends from all over the country.
Yeah, no.
And in other countries, we went to DR one time. She made friends with some woman from Germany.
Yep.
I was like, what happened?
Yeah, but
Mhm.
that's
would-
vacation.
She
Vacation.
made friends with some people from Chicago.
Yep.
The whole family knew her.
Have you kept in touch with any of these people too?
I did keep in touch with the woman from Germany.
Mhm.
You did.
Not anymore, but we did for a while. Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
the lady from Germany was probably like, stranger danger, stranger danger.
Yeah. Yeah. She was like, 9.
Oh man,
When it came to Janine.
Yeah.
She saw Janine's number pop up in the text and she was like,
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
I think her husband worked for BMW or something like
Audi.
that.
Howdy.
Audi.
Look, she remembers.
Wow.
Howdy.
That was also intriguing. I was like,
He worked
and
at the
we
corporate
think
office.
he was an executive.
Yeah, he was an
yeah,
executive at the
yeah.
corporate office.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's
All
like,
right.
can we get a discount?
Word.
That's what black people
We
do.
just met.
We meet somebody. Can we get a discount? Yo,
Already doing the
Yo.
math,
Yeah,
calculating.
it's like,
what's the friends and family like?
Yeah.
What's the friends and family
What's
like?
your friends and family
Yeah.
discount? Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Oh my God. Lisa got asked last night, where does she vacation by stranger danger?
And
We're not talking about that.
okay.
Nope. Not touching that one.
I go to the shore.
Mm-hmm. We go to the
Oh,
shore.
that's cute.
That's so cute.
That's cute.
Remember that? That was a good episode.
So cute.
Mhm.
No, but-
Vacationing with friends. Go
well,
check
the
it out.
thing was like the whole conversation just came off a little. It was aggressive because the first comment was like, "Who are you?" I was like, "Who are you?"
Mm.
Yikes.
Yeah, so that's how that conversation started. So I was just like on defense the whole time, and I was just like, "Keep it together, let's keep it together." And I was just smiling, and in my head, I'm like, "This SOB." I'm like, yeah.
So who are you? Your
Yeah.
worst nightmare.
Mhm. So that's how that started. But
Mm.
yeah, you know.
Yikes.
Again,
You should have bonded over some fried chicken.
you're supposed to call me and do the signals.
What?
Do all the
Show us those
signals.
signals again. They're like,
Well, we didn't brief before we headed out
We sure
last night,
didn't.
which we were supposed to do at the Cigar Bar on Friday night. Right, we were supposed to plan out exit strategies and
Mhm.
signaling and
Mhm.
stuff like that,
Like
smoke
this-
signals.
did that include?
That could mean a whole lot of other things. You don't want to do
Uh,
that.
It could mean.
Wait, what?
Did
Wait,
this-
but this
did
yeah,
this-
that's not the sign you want to give
And
as he taps his nose.
It could mean I had a lot of fun in the 80s. And I'm still having fun now. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay, I mean
It
you don't
was
have to
what it
get into
was.
it.
So signs, I don't know.
Signs. It's the
That means, I don't know. Somebody's
I'll
in
be
my
right-
face.
Yeah, I'll be
I
right
want to
there.
shake them off.
Start doing all these.
You feel like, actually, yeah, the safe word could be Tay Tay. Because I need to shake them off.
Shake 'em off.
Tay Tay, Tay Tay, Tay Tay.
Like, what's wrong with this person?
That guy's had too much holiday bark,
Yep. Too much bark.
too much chocolate bark.
No, last night, this has nothing to do with the episode. I was trying to get an old fashioned, and the host says, "Oh, there's a batch right there." So I pour some in my cup, and I was like, "This is peppermint. Like this doesn't taste very good. I can't drink the peppermint." He's like, "No, you can't." He tastes it. He's like, "This is syrup." I was like,
Was that supposed to be for mixing?
I guess so. I just
Oh,
had a
man, you just
glass
grabbed the
of
wrong
syrup
thing.
on ice.
Oh, man.
Peppermint syrup.
Oh gosh, sorry.
Yeah, that was the worst.
I wonder how
man.
many people that caught off guard last night.
I don't know, but
That was funny.
I needed to say danger, danger. Gosh.
All right, guys. Well, it's been a fun Stranger Danger episode.
Mhm.
So thanks for hanging out with us. Guys, check us out. Friends After 40 podcast, all your favorite platforms. Go listen. Go check out our merch shop. Come hang out with us on the come hang out with us on the next episode as we try to recover from last night. Still dragging and tripping over our words over here. But good to hang out with you all, and we'll talk to you all soon.
Later.
So, yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us today. If you enjoy this episode, then do 2 things for us. 1, share it with your friends. And 2, leave us a glowing 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel as well. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Friends After 40 podcast.